shave your legs or areas below the bump? Any tips?
So yes, bending over is really hard once you are super pregnant. Like I think as soon as your belly starts growing, around probably 20 weeks, I think, is just, it's hard to bend over. It's hard to pick anything up. The only advice I have for you is, if you don't have to bend over, don't do it. I use my feet to pick up a lot of things.
You got really good at it.
And or I'd have the kids pick it up if I drop something, or Angel, if, you know, especially towards the end. Your back's probably gonna be hurting. If you don't have to pick it up, just don't. Or have someone help you. What was the second part? Shaving. So, going from being a first-time mom, first time being pregnant, to now this being the third, I would shave pretty much every day when I was pregnant with my first. And I'll tell you, that is not the case. With this pregnancy, shaved like once a week. I guess you could say, lazy about it, but it's hard to bend over and shave your legs. So hopefully you're pregnant when it's cold enough out that you can wear pants or leggings. If not, have your partner, your husband, your spouse help you. Don't be embarrassed. That's something I don't like asking for help, but Angel even offered to shave my legs for me. And I think you did like once or twice, but...
Yeah, but you didn't like the way I did it, so...
Yeah, I'm very particular in the way I like things done, so... I just said, it's okay, I'll figure it out. Same thing with, like, clipping your toenails. It obviously has to be done, and you are gonna get to a point where you are not gonna be able to reach your feet or touch your feet, unless you're really flexible. Then good for you, because I was not. And so I had Angel clip my toenails for the last probably like 10 or 15 weeks of my pregnancy, and paint them. He even offered to paint them, so take advantage of the help, seriously. Don't be embarrassed, because we all need to be groomed and take care of ourselves. So that would be my advice on that.
Next question. How has your sex drive and intimacy been during your pregnancy?
It varies, honestly. It depends on which trimester of the pregnancy you're referring to, because every trimester is different. Yeah, I would say in the beginning I was really sick with my migraines, and I was just not like physically okay, so there was really no intimacy, no anything going on until after the second trimester. And even then, like, when you have kids, those things are hard to fit in around bedtime and all of that, and our kids still wake up at night, so...
And they sleep in our room.
And they sleep in our room, so we have to work around all of those things.
The closet.
So, yeah. I think the second trimester is when it picks up, and then the third, it slows down again, because things are uncomfortable, your stomach is huge, it's hard to move, it's hard to breathe, so yeah, it definitely depends on what part of the pregnancy it is, which pregnancy it is, because every pregnancy is different, so your experience is not going to be the same as mine. What do you have to say on that?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it kind of varies between what stage you're in. It kind of felt like you were, I guess, it went from don't touch me, okay, you can somewhat touch me, and now I want nothing to do with you. I feel uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, it sucks.
And again, that's gonna be different for everyone. It's just our experience and how things have been, so.
Okay, next question. How has the birthing process been for you?
That's again another one that's different for every pregnancy. And it's gonna be different for every person. So from my experience, my first, my labor was, you know, just a natural labor. My water broke, went in, and I had my son 17 and a half hours later. I did get an epidural, but when I was pushing, I pushed for 2 hours and he was too big. And I kept telling them he's too big and that I couldn't do it. Basically, what happened is he was in the birth canal for so long that his heart rate started to drop and ended up needing an episiotomy. And for those of you who do not know what that is, it's basically when they cut you from hole to help get the baby out. And in my situation, it was an emergent situation. They wouldn't have made it to the OR to get him out via C-section. He would have not made it. So that was very traumatic in that sense, especially for Angel. He still to this day,
I can hear your screech.
Yeah, when I screamed. So, and the doctor was even like, you're only the sixth person in my entire career I've ever had to do this to, and I'm so sorry. The recovery was terrible. It took months. And yeah, I was terrified when I had Lorelai. I was like, please, whatever you do not, I don't want any kind of assistance, like none, unless the baby or I are dying, please don't help. Like, yeah, so Angel, with my second, Angel literally said, I'm going to pass out when came time to push with her. But I was induced with her for medical complications, and my induction was only like 6 or 7 hours long from start to finish. It was very fast, not at all what they had suspected and told us. Basically to be prepared for like a 3-day thing, and it went super fast. So had no issues. I tore very minimally with her. And then with this last delivery, I went into it thinking it was going to be the fastest, because oftentimes your third baby is. I was also induced from medical complications, and it ended up being my longest labor, and it ended up being, I think, close to 28 hours. But pushing, I only pushed for, I think, 8 or 9 minutes, 2 pushes, and he was out. So no tearing, no nothing. Can't complain. Like, easiest. Like, the labor was long, and yeah, there were some complications during the labor, but honestly, it was the easiest, even though it was the longest. And yeah.
Next question. Did you have a feeling about your baby's gender, or was it a complete surprise?
This pregnancy, I knew it was a boy. I knew, like, from the time I found out, I just kept saying it's a boy. I knew it was a boy, and Angel kept saying, no, it's a girl. But when we went to find out and they said it's a boy, I was like, yeah, I already knew. So no surprise there to me. But with our first, I thought I was having a girl and he was a boy. And then with my pregnancy with Lorelai, I knew she was a girl, just because the pregnancies were so different from my first. And yeah, so I had a lot of the same pregnancy symptoms with my boy pregnancies that were different with my girl pregnancy. And I can do a whole, like, separate video if you guys are interested in that. But yeah.
Next question. When should you stop having sex while pregnant?
So obviously I am not a medical professional, and so again, this is everyone's different. It's gonna vary. It depends on if you have complications or healthy pregnancy. Sometimes your doctor will put you on pelvic rest, so that means you cannot have any kind of intercourse while you're pregnant. So yeah, I mean, as long as you have a healthy pregnancy, no complications where your doctor has said, no, you can't do that, I mean, it's safe to have intercourse through your entire pregnancy.
And that was it.
Alright guys, and that was the last of the questions. This is long, it's drawn out and detailed, so sorry about that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any other kind of Q&A videos, let us know in the comments down below. We'd be willing to do like a marriage Q&A, or you know, anything related to the military, lifestyle, you know, those kinds of things. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit the like button.
Bye.